What's up, people? What's going on? So I hope you all had a great weekend. I got a couple emails concerned and confused why I didn't mention Mark Haynes. As everybody know, me and Mark Haynes had a little bit of a feud. Him calling it the Haynes bottom. I wanted it to be called the Krull bottom and the savior of companies. Well, now that Mark has passed away, and I was a big fan of Mark Haynes, can we start calling it the Krull bottom now? Back in February, or whatever that was, in March, when I was saying how if the market thinks GE is going out of business, this is probably the bottom. And it was. I get no credibility, but again, we are not talking about what happened in the past. But now, let's talk about the present and what I said to you guys on Friday. And I know there's one of you out there that was paying attention because you asked me, really? Do you think so? When I said the NASDAQ futures were probably gapped up 22 points, I said 22 points. 22 points. It's up 22 points right now. You got to be at least a little bit impressed. You got to be a little bit baffled. You got to be a little bit curious on how I do it. Right? 15 years going. After Memorial Day, we usually have a gap up. Post 9/11, when there was no catastrophes after a holiday weekend, the market would gap up. So we had everything pointing in our favor. Also, considering the market is in the sideways pattern that we're in right now, we had 3 days of down, and generally we have the pause day, the reverse day, and then 3 days of up. So it basically was a 97% chance we were going to gap up today. And the crazy thing is, I said the NASDAQ futures would be up about 22 points. 22 points. They're up 22 points. I am startled just as much as you are. As much as I don't want this to happen, I hate gap ups. Gap downs are good. Gap sideways are good. Gap downs are good because at least there you know you're probably going to have a buying opportunity. Or at least the stocks that you didn't buy, that you wanted to buy, are going to be a little bit cheaper, knowing that morning. You have chances for nice upside reversals. When it gaps up, basically you might as well just go home. You see a gap up and the NASDAQ futures up 22? Generally, I'm not even looking to trade today. And that's where I'm at. I'll see where it pans out. If we continue to rally, maybe I'll find something that's interesting. But when the market's gapped up, I don't turn the computer on. Simple as that. You know what? It's just one day. Whatever I missed today, guess what? There's another 3 million days coming. So I know, personally, when the market's gapped up, puts me in a foul mood. I look at stocks that I want to buy maybe on Thursday or Friday, or I look at stocks that are now gotten away from me. I don't want to get involved in them, so I just sit back and do nothing. I don't care. Everybody, welcome. Welcome. This is your first time here. Well, first of all, I believe it was in the Secret Double chat room, probation chat room, that I said something around the NASDAQ futures gapping up 22. And I know somebody was paying attention because I said, somebody said, do you really think so? And that's the kind of question that means you're listening, at least. Thank you. Do you really think so? Yes, I said. Yes, I do. So, it's just phenomenal how this happens all the time. So, back to the power of sucking, all right? Because you know what I do. I suck it up a lot. But the power of sucking in that CIGX. Do you remember the video I made? Carefully laid it out to you why I said you should be buying the stock, CIGX. Because there was a guy, I'm not even going to mention his name anymore. I think we all know who it is. For months and months and months was talking about buying SIGX and options in SIGX. He bought options in SIGX. He lost money in SIGX. SIGX. Then he finally gave up on it. It's not going to look at it anymore. SIGX. CIGX, over $5 right now. It's uncanny, people, how it works. And that's what it's all going to be about. So maybe I'll just bring you, instead of telling you I'm going to bring you some analysts that have done well and some hedge fund managers that I know, I'm just going to find a collection of people that suck. Because there's really nothing more powerful than the power of sucking. There's no way. And if you want to bring the real into real-time trading, that's real. Watching somebody just blow up their account, trying to figure out day in and day out, not getting it figured out, losing all their money, and giving up. Those are the best people. Those are the greatest people. Because if you got somebody that's losing money 85, 90% of the time, just fade that guy. Do the opposite of that guy. I'm a unique story. As long as I say something and I'm not doing it, genius. Genius! But if I'm involved in something, oh, forget about it. But, again, nothing matters. 9:06 Tuesday morning. I hope everybody had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. I'm growing my transition beard. As we know, the T3 Live experiment is dead. Basically going to be doing my own thing. Calling in all things. And once again, I'm not going to talk about it until it's done. So what I'm going to do is the new page is going to direct you to, I'm going to have all your social media things. So in the middle of the night, if you were up at 1 in the morning and the NASDAQ futures were only up 11, I would have been tweeting or texting or broadcasting something to the point where you probably have 11 points to go in the NASDAQ futures. And lo and behold, this is just crazy stuff. Crazy. All right. I'm going to be home with the kids all week. Going to defrost some fish that I caught and have a nice dinner. So again, Mark Haynes, rest in peace. Can we call it the crawl bottom now? Is that wrong of me to say? It's no disrespect to Mark Haynes. I think we should just now name it after me. Okay. And what else was there? Oh, we definitely have to get to some viewer mail. We had some nice, some funny critiques of some of the videos that I did. We want to welcome back Ashley Chesler. Ashley has made her presence felt again. Remember our girl who we sent out in the streets? She might be coming back this summer, so lots of exciting things because you never know what's going to happen with Ashley. Great, great thing. She sucks down a 6-pack of Coors Light. We throw it in the streets, see what happens. It's good stuff. It's real comedy, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know. All right, see you later.
I would much prefer Krull.